Namaste. We continue our internet satsang. I'm next to my computer, and the next question is a very tough one, and about meditation, spirituality, and smoking and drinking, because is it a possible part of spirituality, or is it strictly against any real meditation and spirituality? And it's absolutely obvious for me that this question itself can be interesting for somebody and can be absolutely stupid for somebody else. But anyway, we may like it or not, but there are many schools and masters who were not followers of the healthy lifestyle. I mean, for example, food. Must we follow vegetarian diet or not? Is it good to if you're smoking cigarettes, or maybe even some drugs? Is it good to take wine and whiskey while you are practicing basically spiritual disciplines? And we may like it or not, but we have a lot of names and schools which done, or keep on doing all that. And let us be clear that I don't want to teach people on my seminars, let us drink some wine, or let us, smoking cigarettes, or any kind of marijuana. No, it's not my approach. But at the same time, it's very interesting for me to contemplate, to discuss. For example, most of the meditation and the spiritual traditions, let me say not all, but most, which if they have Hindu roots, they speak about vegetarian diet. But at the same time, one of the most fundamental masters of 19th and 20th century, for example, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, was smoking cigarettes. The same Vivekananda Swami. 20th century, Nisargadatta Maharaj was smoking, and he was owner of a couple of tobacco shops. Sri Aurobindo was smoking cigars and drinking wine. Later on he stopped.
Eating meat too?
And Sri Aurobindo was non-vegetarian, he was taking fish and meat. So it means even gurus, and very famous gurus, great gurus with the Vedic and the Hindu roots, like Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo, Nisargadatta, they're all smoking. And some of them, Sri Aurobindo, even didn't follow vegetarian diet. If we speak about Buddhist tradition, Tibetan Buddhist, and Chinese and Japanese, they're all drinking easily. Not all, not everyone there drinking wine, whiskey and beer. Not everyone can, take some cigarettes, but many of them, we may hate it, but it's a part of Tibetan Buddhist tradition to perform worship to the Buddha and offer, fruits, vegetables, sweet items, and meat, and wine, and whiskey, and then take it as prasadam. Take it, drink it, and eat it. That's a huge confusion for many people. And what's the point? That spirituality is self-inquiry. It's a not healthy lifestyle. And a problem that many people in India and Western countries, they mix this two actually different kind of things. You know, if you speak about spirituality, it's a self-inquiry. What is the nature of my consciousness? Okay, who created my soul? Okay, I have self-existence, this strange fundamental experience. Just before we spoke about Gurdjieff, and his main point was not about masters. As you remember, he spent really years in Tibetan Himalayas, and he didn't meet, Gurdjieff, he wanted to meet Mahatmas, because in the very beginning he was really impressed by Madame Blavatsky's philosophy, but he didn't meet it. But he spent really years in Tibetan schools and a little bit in Sufi, but Gurdjieff famous more as a Sufi master, but really it's like more Buddhist than Sufi. And his main point is self-existence, self-remembrance. That's very important. Not masters of Himalayas, but a self-existence, self-remembrance. The same Nisargadatta Maharaj. No, self, I amness, that's the key. And all that, first, philosophical, intellectual questions, and later on meditation, which is based on self-inquiry. That's spirituality. And, healthy lifestyle is a totally different stuff.
I think it's not just a question of healthy lifestyle, but some substance they are obstacle for the consciousness.
So I may understand you. If we speak about smoking, cigarettes, for example, it's really bad for health, but I don't see any problem for the meditation.
Yes.
If we take wine and whiskey, that is a question. And let me repeat again, it is not a part of my tradition, my Guru Yogi Rama, he was not teaching people to drink wine or whiskey and then practice. No, it's not a part of our tradition. But we have to admit and accept just the fact that the huge masters, Tibetan masters, they practice all that with the disciples, because sometimes people who like healthy lifestyle and they think that this is spirituality, they try to explain, great masters, they can drink and eat, but come on, it's not like just only great masters. It's just the approach of the Buddhist schools, Taoist schools, some different schools. And Madame Blavatsky was also smoking, and Gurdjieff and S.Dubyanskiy, and they didn't pay attention to the vegetarian diet. So many mystics about whom we really know, like 19th century, 20th century, they didn't pay attention to that. But they did pay attention to the self-inquiry. By the way, Jesus the Christ, he was, taking fish and wine, and he even materialized fish and wine. Come on, Jesus the Christ. And of course, let us be careful, because if for Jesus it was symbolical and maybe one glass, we don't know, with some disciples, but people sometimes over drinking and then speak about spirituality. So it's a very difficult, complicated question, not easy one. And basically what I mean, just repeat again and again, it's not a part of my seminars and my instructions to the students, to the people. but it's a great question which leads us to the understanding that, okay, somebody can, be purely vegetarian, okay, no smoking, even become monk or nun, Christian, Buddhist or Hindu. Okay, no sex, no fish, no meat, no wine, no cigarettes. Even, okay, do not touch money also. Money is all. It doesn't mean that this person is spiritual. That's the point for us. Okay, who is the spiritual? The spiritual person who is really hungry for the question about self-existence. And now we have a lot of seminars, satsang, lectures, books, blah, 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 about Advaita philosophy, about self-inquiry, and the people really not interested in that. They end with just worship to the all that neo-Advaita masters. They end with just okay, cool time, satsang, okay. They're not really interesting. It must be craziness, madness, hunger, thirst for the answer, who am I? So it's not just a peaceful intellectual question because Ramana Maharshi told that this is important. Okay, Ramana Maharshi told that this is important. We are real yogis, we are real esoteric people. We have to ask this question, but maybe that's not important. And for most of the people, there's no madness about it. And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he told, okay, basically he told Ramakrishna Paramahamsa that, okay, like, madness is bad, but madness about God is good. Madness about truth. And that is spirituality. And truth and God, if to be exactly, what does mean truth, what does mean God, is a source of our consciousness. If we speak about God who is sitting somewhere upstairs, that's not spirituality. That's just trivial religion, which is actually manipulation. But the true spirituality is, okay, let it be God, but as the source of your consciousness. And then meditation on this crucial question, contemplation, and then mystical experience of that.